India is also to become an electronic manufacturing hub soon. In more grim news for China, Finland-based mobile giant HMD Global, aka Nokia Phones, is shifting its manufacturing operations from China to India. Soon, India will become Nokia's global manufacturing hub. Ravi Kanwar, CEO and Vice President for India Asia Pacific at HMD, told Money Control, quote, "The exports from China have been declining rapidly while exports from India are increasing. We have begun relocating our supply chain, sourcing and logistics hub from China to India to support our robust export strategy." Unquote. But this follows a new $2 billion exports record for Made in India smartphones set this October. Finnish company's move of relocating supply chains is aimed at tapping into India's ever-growing electronic production ecosystem, and HMD is betting big on India to drive its future growth. The company is now urging its component suppliers to shift to India as well, especially since the new US administration led by President Donald Trump is likely to levy stringent tariffs on China. While aiming to strengthen its position in the global markets, HMD's move aligns with India's push to become a manufacturing hub under initiatives like Make in India, a development likely to irk China, which is already witnessing tech giants turning their backs on the country. Nokia manufacturers HMD claim that the move is, quote, "in sync with the strategy to make India a viable alternative to China from an export perspective," unquote. So with an aim to rack up its own market share in India, HMD will target price brackets below 15,000 rupees with the launch of mid-range phones like Fusion, signaling a revamped brand image. However, there are some challenges the firm might face in manufacturing operations and wants the Indian government to improve on various fronts like cost and consistency in delivery. The company, however, has taken the first steps as HMD's smartphones are being manufactured in the country in partnership with Dixon Technologies as well as Z-Town India. Meanwhile, Made in India Nokia smartphones are being exported to West Asia and Africa. Now, HMD is further focusing on expanding its reach to the United States as well as Europe. The Finnish firm is now seeking a clear policy from the Indian government on the transformation of local sourcing and component ecosystem, referring to the IT Ministry's request for approval for a 40,000 crore rupee package to boost local manufacturing in the electronic components ecosystem. HMD's focus on India reflects a growing trend among global tech manufacturers to realign their supply chains and manufacturing bases, aligning with the China Plus One policy, which will benefit India. Nokia's landmark decision comes only days after Apple too announced its own plans to expand manufacturing base in India away from China by partnering with over 40 Indian companies for locally sourced components. Apple too is likely to dump any Chinese components in any Made in India products, which includes iPhones, MacBook laptops, iPads and AirPods. The larger trend now shows that the share of companies moving operations out of China has surged to a whopping 69% in 2024, up from 55% in 2022. Surprisingly, out of these, 39% are added to India, indicating the country's growing popularity as a global manufacturing hub. Now, this includes brands like Apple, Samsung, Nike, Adidas, Sony, and even IKEA, shifting the majority proportion of their manufacturing to India, with Apple expected to produce 25% of its total global output in India by 2025. But why India? The country has become an attractive destination for brands looking to produce goods at scale, owing to India's large domestic market, coupled with favorable government incentives as well as economic labor costs. The Prime Minister Modi-led government has also unveiled a $5 billion incentive plan for the electronics manufacturing ecosystem with an aim to reduce reliance on Chinese imports. New Delhi, meanwhile, experienced a phenomenal surge in electronic production worth $115 billion in 2024 and has plans to scale it up to $500 billion by 2030, as outlined by the government think tank Niti Aayog. Continuing India's stunning rise, the electronics exports witnessed a 24% rise increasing to an all-time high of $19.1 billion in just 7 months of this fiscal year. This compared to $15.4 billion achieved in the entire previous financial year. With more brands ditching Beijing, can India now challenge China as the global electronic manufacturing hub within the next decade? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.